then saving that money. And I'm going to come out of the gate in January on my ads go live on, I think, on the second, and we're hitting the ground running at $150 a day until we fill the calendar.
Yeah.
But it works. We had what, 28 day ones last month, and it's cool. But it's just
But you and I were talking behind the scenes. Q4 is it's and God's not election year. We're past the election type, but it's never easy. And at Q4 with you're competing with higher. I mean, it's an auction. People forget that. Like
yeah.
it's about supply and demand, right? So, what is your best tips and tricks uh for dealing with Q4, and how are you guys supporting your people?
So what I'm hearing you ask, so like when it comes from a lead gen perspective or marketing perspective on the worst 3 weeks of the year, because we can do everything right and we do a lot. Like we had a new guy launch last week. He's had 11 appointments
Yeah,
requested. His ad's been live for 3 days. Like really cool. But the difference is this is the hardest time of the year to close. Old Dan with C4C may disagree with me, but if you're going to sit there and preach and teach about frequency and volume, and then you're going to take 2 weeks off, that's kind of defeats the purpose.
right.
Um, this is also one of the best time. Like I'm doing it, so I'm lowering. We've got like all of our guys who's been with us 2 years. They've already know most of them are lowering their ad spend as they get closer to time. They'll either shut the counts off or they'll drop it down to the bare bones. And then they're getting ready to,
Right.
because as soon as January 2nd to 5th comes around, they're going to hit the market like a hammer. But it's also the best time of the year to do re-engagement, reactivation
Yeah.
campaigns, thank you things like internal office organic marketing is huge right now.
Yeah.
Local events. We got guys who have suspended our campaigns and they're putting all of their efforts into the local community projects because it's low-hanging fruit. Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
I had one guy, he had to close the office down because he accidentally sponsored the town parade. Like, what a deal. But accidentally. But oops. But this is the time. It's not easy. This is the end of the year. The people with money are spending it on their kids or buying Christmas or doing whatever. Like, we closed in November. We closed 26 people for care in December this month. We've already, it's the only time of the year we hit the objection of time because they're
Yeah.
traveling. Or it's only, or
Yeah.
we're hitting financial objections. Like, you know, they want to do it, but they're going to wait for it until, can we just start at the beginning of the year? I closed one guy for a PIF. He prepaid for tax purposes, but he's not even starting his care until the first week of January.
Right.
And if you're not flexible on your feet to understand where the patients are coming from, you're going to hit a lot of hard walls. You're going to get more people who are paying as they go, but I have verbals in place, like, hey, this is what we need to do, but we're coming into Christmas. I'll get fire more people up for pay as they go through Christmas, and then double down. We have probably 42 re-exams the first week and a half after Christmas.
Yeah.
It's a perfect time, but that's the verbals in place for it. So, you have to diversify what you're doing. You have to get ready for it because, no matter how good you are, we're about to disconnect patients, whether it be for 5 days or 2 weeks in my case, disconnect patients from the frequency they're accustomed to coming in. And so it's kind of, you have to have your verbals on point. You have to.
Um, you have built infrastructures and systems. When you look at next year for with everything with AI,
Hmm.
what gets you like super pumped to help make better systems for chiropractors?
Um, from an AI perspective, there's a lot
Yeah.
of trash, a tremendous amount of trash, white label crap. They're rebranding somebody else's stuff. You're paying extra
Yeah.
money for. We're building customized solutions. So like everyone else, we have an AI receptionist coming for after hours. It's been live in my clinic for 3 weeks, and it's really good. Now I'm in Alabama, so like Betty Joe, whoever, talked to the
Yeah.
damn AI bot for 28 minutes last night. I don't, okay, but we're building customized solutions and purposely driving the price. Like we're literally going to be like 10% over cost
Yeah.
because it's a value stack that's needed. You have to be in the AI space going into 2026, or you're going to be left behind.
Yeah.
But you have to be careful not signing up for, $300 to $600 a month for something that can cost you 150. Don't
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
hooked into it. Um, and that's important. I get excited about it because AI is coming, whether we like it or not. We finally got Andromeda figured out. There's a lot of really cool stuff with it. It's not a burden anymore. It's just every market's now different. So we have to, it takes time, and it's Q4, so it's the worst time to test campaigns.
Yeah.
But we're really pumped up we're going to hit the market across the country. I got 20 or 30 clients who are all on board with it. We're going to we'll probably have more ad spend in January than we had
Right.
in the last Q4. But it's the whole purpose is, since we figured it out and it's proved across the country, we're going to hit the market and force out these miserable AIs to work for us, not against us. That's cool. So I get excited about that.
And in February, we're going to be hanging out in Arizona,
Yeah.
getting some heat.
If you hadn't signed up for C4C, we're gonna get Dan approved for it, but we're gonna do some weird stuff. I hope. You and I have been threatening to get me a dry erase board at every event we've been at this past year, but I'm thinking that's going to be really, really cool opportunity to, I think Karen with Bushido's coming, you're coming, everybody's going up there. Joe
Yeah.
says, I found out he's going. It's going to be really, really good. I'm excited.
Well, I'm excited hanging with you. I'm excited for holidays. But more importantly, I'm excited for those that are on the fence that are going, hey, it's time to get my systems and shit in order and grow my practice. If you want to do such a thing, you got to hook up with Andrew from Phoenix. Let me know if you need an introduction. Thank you for jamming, of course, as always, brother. I'm glad you're
Always, bro.
back to being a human again.
Yeah, I've been sick for the last week and a half. Just it wasn't a balloon this time, so that
No,
was good. But I had patients coming in the end of I think November, just coughing and sneezing all over me, and I finally got.
tell them to fuck off. Just joking. I'll jam with you
We
later.
politely put a sign on the door: if you have flu-like symptoms, please turn around. But it was
Dude.
they laughed. I saw your sign. It's so funny. And just yeah, it's
Yeah.
real funny. But
Awesome, brother. Well,
it's awesome,
love
brother.
you, man. We'll jam later, dude. Bye
Merry
bye.
Christmas, brother, and Happy New Year if I don't see you. But otherwise, I'll see you next time.
Bye.